am recording starting now.
Do you want to start it this time?
No, never. You're so good at it. Why
I'll
would
eventually
I
just
you?
stop asking and just go,
Yeah.
just do it every time.
I think so.
What are we going to title this episode?
Fuck.
Q&A with A&H.
Sure. I think it's cute. Q&A with A&H or H&A. Ha ha ha.
LOLs. Q&A with H&A. LOLs. Lols.
LOLs. LAWL. What does that stand for? Do you remember when that was a thing? LAWL?
Yeah,
LOL.
but I don't think it stood for anything.
Oh. Like if I know.
Lamau. I mean, that's
Lamau.
laughing my beep off.
How do you spell that?
What?
Say it again?
Lamau?
Yeah.
LMAO. Laughing my beep off.
Lamau? I don't know if that's how you it's. Is that how you pronounce it?
LMAO, or unless you're doing LMFAO. Lamau.
I've never in my life have heard it Lamau.
Really?
Never. I've only ever heard, I guess.
LMAO.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most people spell it out. Most people don't say
Lamau.
or lol.
I say lol.
Okay,
I go
well,
lol.
Lamau. Now you can add it to your dictionary.
Lamau. It sounds like a cat.
Lamau.
Lamau.
Or Lamphau.
Lamau. Sounds like my cat. Oh my god.
Anyway.
That was a minute and 30 seconds.
That'll be a bloop.
Yeah.
A blooper. Okay, we're ready.
I think so. Hold on. I gotta remember what time. Okay.
Hey guys.
Hey.
You sound the exact same
I
every
know.
time.
No.
How do you do it?
You say it too the same way.
No.
Hey.
not- See?
I don't know.
Okay, well, hey guys.
Hey.
Welcome to episode 5 of What the Podcast.
Can you believe we made it this far?
5 weeks.
That's insane.
That's 5 weeks. Well, I guess
technically the
6.
intro, if you think about the intro.
Yeah, so 6 weeks.
Look how far we've come.
I'm really proud of us, you guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You guys, the last episode that we had, the Trisha Paytas episode, we put it on. It was our first episode that we recorded a video. We posted it to YouTube and we went viral.
We did not go viral.
We had
what considers viral though? Like how many views is viral?
I've never had a YouTube video.
Okay, it's not viral. Let's wind it back.
Okay. To me, we have like 380 views.
388, I think, is what it was.
That's insane.
It is actually insane.
That's
And
a
we had
lot
people
of
comment,
views.
but then they deleted their comments, which
yeah,
I
which
thought
made me
was,
kind of
why?
Why, guys?
I wonder if YouTube deleted it because like their community guidelines now
maybe
are super against like bullying. So I wonder if something said in it was like nothing against us. It was very pro us, but
please don't bully us.
yeah, please.
Please don't bully us. We're very fragile. Okay, anyway, so episode 5 is going to be a little bit different. We've been doing like celebrity kind of gossip. We've done like some like legal stuff with the Murdoch trial, all that fun stuff. We thought for episode 5, we'd kind of switch things up. And so this episode, we're doing a Q&A session.
Yeah.
With me and Ashley.
Get to know us.
Yeah. A lot of you already
H&A.
A&H.
I like H&A.
H&A?
Yeah. H&A.
Q&A with H&A.
I agree.
Okay. I like it.
I'd like to point out too for the video, every time I lean over, it looks like I'm farting. Every time. Because look, if I go like this, but it's because I'm burping and I don't want to burp in the mic. So I lean over.
Okay. To be fair, they've probably heard it in some of the audio prior, but we are very burpy gals.
Very. Especially last time we were drinking Red Bull.
Yeah.
This time I got some water.
Me too.
And our Stanley cups.
Oh my gosh.
And
this is
sink
so
it.
us. And yours.
Dink it and sink
and
it.
sink it. What's that from? Wait, don't tell me. Oh, Rhett and Link, baby.
Yes,
Rhett and Link.
good mythical morning.
Okay, that just took me a second.
At Giacomo's birthday party, someone was like, they made a Rhett and Link reference or something. They said no, they said GMM. And I was like, the car dealership? Like the car? And then it like clicked. And I was like, oh my God, GMM, of course. But I was like, it's great to see a fellow fan out there.
GMC, is that what you're
Yes,
thinking of?
I was thinking of GMC. I don't
dealership?
remember what we were talking about, what caused that, or like what brought up GMM, but something, I don't remember.
If you guys haven't watched Good Mythical Morning, you should. They've been, I think it's like the longest running show on YouTube, isn't it?
It's gotta be.
They recorded, they upload an episode like
every day.
Yeah, for 5 days a week, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have other channels that are on the weekends too.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, their show is Monday through Friday.
Good for them.
Good for them. Maybe one day they'll be us.
Or maybe one day we'll be them. I don't think they'll ever be us.
You know what I meant.
Okay. Okay, thanks to one of our really awesome friends / co-workers. She sent us a list of a whopping 47 questions.
And I'm so nervous.
Now, okay, just to preface, we're not there's no way we can answer all 47.
Oh, absolutely not.
But we might.
Some of them are kind of go together.
Yeah. And if you know us, we'll talk about one thing and then break off into a tangent
of like 30
of a different
other things.
Story. Yeah. So we'll probably do a couple of these questions, but we thought it might be fun to kind of break up our normal episodes a little bit. So some of the other questions we might get to in other episodes. And if you guys have questions,
let us know.
Ask them. Ask the questions. If this goes to YouTube, put it in the comments if you have questions.
Yes. And also, if you're on Spotify, please, can you do stars on Spotify?
Yeah, you can rate.
Okay, rate us 5 stars.
And podcasts.
Rate us 5 stars.
Please.
Or go to Apple Podcasts and rate us 5 stars as well, please.
It would really, really, really be awesome, you guys.
Yes. Follow our Facebook page of What the
Podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, okay.
Let's get to it. Ashley, do you want to ask me the first question?
Do you want to answer the question of where we're from? Should we just say Arkansas?
We're from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as
close as we're gonna get.
That's about as.
I'm sure people could figure it out, but
don't go looking. No.
Yeah.
We're from Arkansas.
I've lived here my whole life.
I have lived here my whole life. Born and raised.
Yep. I was born in Little Rock.
Me too.
Which is like the main city of Arkansas, so I guess that's not a big deal.
It's the capital.
It's the capital, yeah.
Don't say anything else.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. We're just gonna dox ourselves.
Which hospital? No, I was not at the hospital.
Oh gosh darn it. Okay, well, we tried.
It would have been like, how many years difference anyway?
5.
How old are you?
23.
Okay, I'm 28. So, yeah. So 5 years.
5.
So it's not like we'd have been at the same time.
No. Unfortunately. Doesn't feel like we're 5 years apart.
No.
I don't think.
Am I younger or you act older?
Both. Okay. Well, yes, we are from Arkansas. We both lived here our whole lives, which is kind of fun.
I think so too.
If you could live anywhere else, would you?
I've always wanted to live, I'm going to say a city.
Okay.
Eureka Springs. Dream. That is the end goal.
In Arkansas.
In Arkansas.
Northwest, people who are watching this, if you're not from Arkansas, which most of you likely are, the northern part of Arkansas is absolutely the best part of Arkansas.
Yes, on both sides, west and east.
Yes, period.
Just northern Arkansas. They're elite.
Arkansas is a great state.
Yeah, it's a good retirement area.
Yes.
Is the north.
But North Arkansas really has a lot going on. They're very forward in the way of like, it's a good place to have a family and like there's so much to do up there. So yes, Eureka Springs is very beautiful.
Or Washington State, I think.
Oh,
because it's rainy and cold, and
I think I'd like to visit Washington State.
I don't know about live
there.
I've never been there, so I'd like
Me
visiting
either.
would be like the
Fun
for
fact,
sure.
the furthest I've been from Arkansas is probably South Dakota. I've never been out of the country.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only been out of the country once.
Yeah, but you got to go to Egypt.
Yeah, but yeah. So
And for a long time.
yeah, but it was still, I mean, just one time though. Like it wasn't like I've just
Yeah.
traveled the world. I've been to London and Germany, but that was just because I didn't leave the airports.
Yeah. Did you hear people talking?
In the airports?
Yeah.
Okay, London was trippy because we had to ride a bus to the other side of the airport and they
Oh,
drive
yeah.
on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a little trippy. And in Germany, I noticed everyone speaks
Really?
so loud. They yell. And like, especially when they're trying to speak English. Anyone that tries to speak English to you that doesn't speak English,
They're speaking like 4 decibels
it's like,
higher than
yes, when we were at the
normal.
pyramids, there was like I don't know if they were French or German. I don't know what they were, but they were trying to speak English to us.
Yeah.
And they were screaming.
Oh my gosh.
And when I say screaming, it wasn't like screaming, but it was like very loud and
Loudly
obnoxious.
talking.
Just because they're trying to like enunciate, I guess
Yeah.
is the word. And so it was just, they're nice people, don't get me
Louder
wrong,
does
but
not
they're just
equal
loud.
clearer.
It's like you're yelling at me.
You're like,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Like, don't kill me.
maybe we'll get to travel to some other countries someday.
Yeah.
Maybe
Where
this
would you like,
podcast
what
will
country
take
would
us
you like
there.
to travel to?
I'd like to visit everywhere, but the first place that I'd really like to visit is really anywhere in Europe. Isn't that everybody's kind of first go-to? Like if they've
Mine's
never been-
Greece
Really? Oh,
or
yeah.
Italy. I'd like to go to Italy
Europe.
just to say we go to Italy.
Yeah.
Is
The
Europe a
thing about
continent?
Europe, yeah, yes, Europe is a continent. I said anywhere in Europe.
I know, but we were
okay.
talking. It just reminded me of something the other day.
I know. The thing about Europe is though, is that if you're somewhere like Germany, you can travel to all these different countries in like under 3 hours, like under 4 hours.
It's crazy. Like,
which is wild.
I was thinking about that yesterday about how like I could drive to like Illinois and
in the same amount of time that it would take you to get
to go to like 5 different countries
yes,
in Europe. It's insane to me.
that's what I'm saying. But they're also like culturally
Different.
yes.
It is insane.
I know. So I think that's why. Maybe I'll say Germany.
Do like a
or
tour. I figured you'd
France or
say
something.
Germany.
Yeah.
I'd like France, but I'd want to learn more French before I go. Italian, I would dabble in it, but like
Yeah.
French, I took 3 years. So I mean, you would
I
think
took
that I knew
Spanish in
some.
high school, but I did
I would never go to Mexico.
try to take
No offense. No offense to Mexico.
not even Cancun.
No, Mexico scares me. They're like, they have no laws there. Which there's a lot of countries I would not go to because of that. Like South
Yes.
America scares me.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but like,
no, beautiful countries.
and Mexico's beautiful too. I've seen some of their beaches, like,
yeah,
but I'm just like, I don't know. There's
afraid
some
of what could
countries
happen.
I'm real scared. I'm scared.
We live
Even in
pretty, like-
Europe, like even when I went to Egypt,
Yeah.
it's a little scary
yeah.
to go to countries, different countries, any country. It's scary.
Well, the laws are different.
Yes, and you
And
don't
their
know.
cultures are different.
Like they walk around with like AKs and stuff in
I
Mexico,
think
and
it's being a woman. I think that's
Yes.
the scary part.
and I'm terrified of being human trafficked.
I think that's probably
Everybody's afraid of that,
Yeah.
but I'm like, that's
Yeah.
one reason I don't like to travel is because I'm terrified. Not that I'm like worthy of being
Do
human
you ever
trafficked,
see,
but
like some people like on podcasts or just whatever on Instagram, and they're like, if you've never solo traveled, you really should try solo
No.
traveling. Do you know what day and age we're living in?
yeah.
I wish.
Have you seen the movie Taken?
I can't even go out for a walk. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Like, why would I travel to a different country by myself?
Have you seen that movie?
Taken?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
With Liam Neeson or whatever his
Yes.
name is. I made my mom watch that.
Will kill you.
I have a certain set of skills. I made my mom watch
Yeah.
that before I went to Egypt.
Oh my god.
And she was like, nope. Nah, she didn't care, but I mean, she cared,
like,
but it was
"See ya."
like, she was like, no way. Like, because it could happen.
Scary. Yeah. it
I
can
mean, that
happen.
situation probably wouldn't happen, but like
Yeah, that was a little
extreme.
fictional.
I don't have a dad to, come find me if someone takes me.
Your mom would though. She would try her darndest. She would find you. Okay, let's not get that dark. Let's not get that dark.
I'm not saying she wouldn't. I'm just saying she doesn't have skills like Liam Neeson. Is that his name?
Does
Liam
anybody
Neeson?
have skills like Liam Neeson?
I don't know. He's got a certain set of skills.
He has a very specific set of skills.
That movie, wasn't there like 3 or 4 of them? How many times is she going to get taken? Seriously, though.
When does this end? That's so funny. Okay, well, yeah, so that's where we're from.
See, a million tangents.
Okay, let's see. What's another question that we should answer? Do you have any pet peeves?
So many.
Yeah.
Can I think of any right now? I don't know, but
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Okay, my pet peeve is when like my house is dirty. I don't have children. Okay. I do have 2 dogs. But which are children.
In the sense of like messiness.
Yeah. But I am very particular about how I clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I mop my floors a good 3 to 4 times a week. Because it really bothers me that even if they don't look dirty, it's the fact that I know that they're disgusting. So I'll mop. It's okay.
I just sniffled.
That's
sorry,
fine.
people.
Well, I just burped and it kind of sounded okay. Anyway,
I heard that one in the headphones. Anyway,
well, I'll mop, and then they come in from outside. They'll immediately go to the water bowl. Okay, one of my dogs' names is Chief. He's a little angel baby, and then I have Charlie, which is like the really hyper, and he's an angel baby too. But gosh, he's so like sporadic. They'll immediately go to the water bowl. Charlie, when he drinks water, will just get water all over the floor. I mean, all over the floor. Like right after I just mop, and that is right now my biggest pet peeve.
Okay.
Period.
I mean, that's a good one. I feel like that's a lot of people's cleanliness. I'm the opposite. James is like that. I'm not like that.
What's another pet peeve?
I'm trying to think. I don't have a pet. I have a dislike.
Pet peeves are kind of like hard to think about right off the bat.
My biggest dislike on this planet.
Ooh, this shit.
Chalk.
Okay. May I ask a question?
Yes.
Is it the feeling of chalk?
Everything about chalk. The thought of it, it makes me gag.
The sound of it?
The sound of it, the texture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking like, it is like, I used to in my Instagram bio had the chalk phobia word. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. But because like, I'm telling you, you come at me with a chalk in your hand, I am running. I don't do chalk. I will gag.
You know,
it's like a nightmare for me.
They make, I think Crayola makes it, but it's like, these little covers that you can put over the chalk so you can hold it. Still.
Oh, it's giving me chills.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Dude.
Calm down.
I do not do chalk. I don't do chalk. Like anytime I think of chalk, I just think of somebody biting into it or something.
You know, you know what you would hate then?
Oh God.
This girl comes up on my TikTok.
Oh
every
no.
once in a while. No, it's nothing chalk related. But this girl will eat a block of cornstarch.
Yes, I've seen that.
And the way, like when she crunches into it, the way that it's like squeaks kind of, because the powder is so fine, it like makes my teeth hurt.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That is probably my biggest, like when kids play with chalk, like it's not allowed. Like I have friends that used to buy Giacomo chalk just as a joke.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, because like I'm telling you, even if it's in the box, I'm like, get that shit away from me. Get it away from me.
It's like when, for me, like if somebody has this, and this is kind of like specific, but if somebody has a metal rake and then they rake it across concrete.
No.
That's what it makes me feel like.
Absolutely not. I don't do.
That's what it makes me feel
I'm trying to think of pet peeves though. What's a big pet peeve?
Those are more just like pure hatreds.
Yeah. What is a pet peeve? Like what? I know what a pet peeve is, but like what? Snoring drives me crazy, but that's just a hate.
Oh, in the line of work that we do,
there's kind a million of them
customer based, but like when people talk over me, when I'm trying to,
I'm like, I interrupt really bad. And people have commented on me interrupting.
Really?
Not like people I sit with necessarily have said something about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't help it. It's not that I'm like
hard.
trying to talk over you or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like I'm trying to get a thought out and your thought is stressing me out. So like
Let
I
me
have to let
speak.
it out. Especially when I know I'm right about something. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's my turn to talk.
Oh, you know, a pet peeve that I just thought about? When people don't use, okay,
God.
the English language is very hard.
Is it something I do? Let's
No,
see.
I don't think so.
What?
Not that I've noticed so far.
What?
The English language is so hard. I'll just preface it with that. But there are words that are the same.
I don't know if you're close enough.
Hello?
There we go. It's
Okay.
better.
There are words that sound the same but have different meanings.
Oh God.
And I saw, okay, bringing it back to TikTok, this girl was like doing her nails,
Uh-huh.
and she does like the dip powder nails.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, I'm just going to put my nails in, and then you take them out, and then you tap off the access.
Is that not the right word?
Excess. Access
You would hate me
is
because
like if you access something.
I wonder if my
Excess is if there's too much of something. Like, I just don't understand. Use the
I
correct
got one
word.
for you. I got one for you.
Okay.
Well, I don't know
tell
if it's
me.
the same thing, but it's kind of the same thing.
Oh.
So, you know, when I don't even know if I can say it right. Like, I have a friend that I'm pretty sure she has a list on her phone of words I do this with
Oh gosh, you're
because
scaring me.
they point it out all the time. People do it.
Yeah.
But so like
No. Oh no.
granted,
Taking something for granted.
yes, I say granite.
Like the stone?
Like the stone, like granite. Granted, she just wanted to.
I think okay. I'll let that one pass because I feel like your southern is
Yes, that's what I tell people. It's like,
Is
it's
an
my southern
excuse.
accent. Like,
okay,
I can't
but
help it.
There is a clear difference between your southern accent and the way you say things and just completely using a different word. You are using a completely different word, but there are words that we say that like
Like when
we
you, the
shorten-
example you
we
gave,
shorten the word.
the example you gave, I could not tell a difference.
Access,
Access, is that not the word?
excess. Say, but you also
Excess.
say, but when you say the word at, you say et.
Yeah.
So
Like the et symbol? Is that not right?
you're saying et. It's a
Et symbol.
Ah.
Et symbol.
ah,
It's the et symbol.
at.
The et symbol. The et.
Open your mouth. At.
How do you say the thing you color with? Those things you color with, like color in the lines with.
Crayon.
Say it again.
Crayon.
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 It is crayon.
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 I say crown. It's a crown.
Crayon.
It's a crown.
What about coupon?
My mom, I guess my coupon. I'm just kidding. It's coupon.
Coupon. Or
Coupon.
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 I can't tell which
I say
one
coupon. I say both. I think I say all
I
three.
think I say both.
I'll jokingly say I need a coupon.
Coupon. What's another one?
There's many of for me. I don't know if I can
Okay,
think
but
of any,
that's different from just using the wrong word. Or okay, and then I'll get off this bandwagon. But when people say things like
oh god, it's probably stuff I do. I
oh,
swear to
here's a
God.
good one. Irregardless.
Irregardless.
That is not a word.
Am I saying it right? Irregardless.
Regardless.
Oh,
You're meaning to say regardless, not irregardless.
Oh my God.
That does not make
You're
sense.
describing me. I don't know the English language. I'm a high school dropout.
It's okay. I didn't.
I'm just kidding.
I
but
mean, I went to college.
I'm an
but I
idiot
didn't
with-
get a degree.
I did go to college too, but I also dropped out. Knuckles.
Okay. Anyway, I let it pass though because you're my bestie.
Okay. I'm gonna think of things and I'm gonna remind you of things that I
Okay,
say
do it.
because it
I
drives
haven't
people
heard you-
crazy.
I haven't heard you say besides et. I've
Et.
gotten so used to that one now.
What's that one that I say recently where I'm like, it's really country? What was it the other day?
Oh, the other day you said right.
Right? Yeah, that one. I can't say it right. Right? Right? Right?
Right.
Right. And I feel like I'm making it up. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm making it up, but I literally in
Yeah.
conversation will say right.
It slips in, but it's just funny because when you speak, usually I don't hear that much of an accent, And then all of a sudden I just hear, right? And I go, what? What the?
I'm from the South, baby.
Yeah.
You would, I don't know.
I know. Okay. Well, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is the incorrect use of words.
I don't know any of my pet peeves, really. I don't, like, if we're talking work, I don't like my desk to be dusty. Like, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Or if people touch my stuff. It depends. Sometimes it doesn't bother me. Depends on who it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I don't like, or like if I do like a doc or something and somebody goes in and messes with it. Except for like you. When you do it, it doesn't bother me because you correct me in it. Like if I do a sentence that's wrong, you'll go in and fix it. And that does not bother me.
Okay.
But if someone else were to do that, I'd be like, okay, I'll kill you. Okay, I'm stupid.
I get the pass.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the pass.
Okay.
We're colorblind to each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word for that. Hashtag.
No.
Just kidding.
No.
Beep. Just kidding.
Okay, let's move
I
on to
wrote
the
in
question.
orange and I cannot see what I wrote.
It's because we're using red lighting.
Yeah.
And we have a notebook and actually wrote in orange pen. Or
Anyway.
marker, should I say.
What's a good... Some of these are just for me. Like, what age did you have kids?
Yeah,
I was
can't answer
20.
Can't answer that.
I was like 19, 20. I think it was 20.
Yeah.
I think I was just about to turn 20. Might have been 20. I don't know.
I guess I can. Well, okay. I do not have children, nor have I ever had children in any capacity. But it's kind of strange because growing up, my parents were young, and I always felt like I was not gonna have kids young, like not be a teenage mother. But I thought that I would have kids by like 21, 22, which I guess that is young. But I'm 23 now, and that's all I want in life. That's like my biggest goal is to be a mom. And I don't know. I feel like
Nope, there it goes.
What's going on with that?
I'm hitting this cord. Sorry, guys. It's because it's...
Is it the way it's moving?
It's because it's hanging. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
okay.
Sorry.
So no, it's okay. That I heard it too, and I was just like,
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Anyway, what? So kids, you want to have them young. Your goal is to have kids.
Yeah. Well, that's like what I want out of life. But I didn't think that I'd be 23 and not have kids already.
I think that's great.
But I'm fine with it. Like surprisingly, I thought that I would be like, just because the way that my life has been, I really kind of tend to put a pressure on myself about like, oh my gosh, when I got out of high school, I was like, I've got to have a plan for college. I have no clue what I want to do. Like this, and just that pressure that I put on myself. So I'm really kind of surprised that I'm 23 and I'm like, I'll have kids when I'm ready to have kids. But that makes me feel good that I'm in like a healthy space.
Yeah.
Period.
I'm like, I guess I'm the same. I had a kid young. I'm glad I had a kid young because I'm going to be young when he's old.
Yeah.
So that's going to be nice as long as I don't have another baby. Please, everything holy, please. No more kids. But, yeah.
That will be nice though that you get to have this time with him to do things with him while you're still
young enough to
able to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm 29 now. So 10 more years. I'll be 39, 38 when he graduates.
Yeah. That's pretty cray-cray.
That is kind of crazy. James will be 48, but
you'll still be so young though.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
So much life ahead of you.
It will be nice.
That is nice.
I'm excited.
That is nice. Okay, what should we answer next? Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. What impression do you try to give when you first meet someone? We meet a lot of people in the job that we do.
We do.
We come in contact with a lot of new people. Is there any certain impression that you try to give?
I try to be funny. Make it less awkward.
Yeah.
I try to be like almost like as if they're not there. Not in a mean way, but like in a way of like they're not new.
Yeah, it's intimidating being new.
At a new job, for 100%.
sure.
Hundo P. But no, yeah, I try to be with anybody I meet, anybody outside of work or anything like that. I try to be like, it will depends on the situation too, or why I'm meeting them or who they are or what I know about them. But if I'm just willy-nilly meeting you, I'll try to be quirky.
Really?
Dumb.
I think that I'm like, I try to be nice to everybody, but when it's new people, I feel like I can sometimes come off as like overly nice to a fault. Like, that sounds really bad. Like, my downfall is being too nice.
I mean, it is.
But
no, it's not your downfall, but you are so nice.
In a way that's like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is coming off as like fake or something, even though I'm not
at all. It's not at all.
Okay.
I really don't think it is. You're the first person I've ever met that was so nice that I was like, oh, she's not like faking it. Because I'm really, I like to think I'm an empath.
Where
I can read people's energies pretty well. Like I can tell when someone's upset.
You have a very good, you can tell character very well. And
with you, it was very much like sincere. It wasn't like fake. Like I've met a lot of people in my life that were just so fake to your face.
Yeah.
And they just try so hard. And I'm like,
what are you doing?
Yeah. And I can't be fake for anything. I cannot. Everyone, ask anyone. They can look on my face and they're like, oh God, she's like, she hates her.
That's good. I mean, that's kind of a good thing though, because then you don't run the risk of, you're just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a form of honesty.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing.
But I wish I was better at faking it. For certain situations, you need to learn how to fake it. Like I guess so. Like being an adult, you need to learn to fake it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. Because like there's been situations where like I should have been the bigger person and faked it instead of just putting a wedge between certain things. Mm-hmm. And like being like, I ain't talking to you, blah, 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 blah. I should have just been like, okay, I can sit through a conversation and be
protect your peace though.
Yeah, well,
sometimes you have to protect your peace. Well, thank you for that. That makes me feel very reassured.
Yes, you're very nice and it's very genuine.
Even though I tell people sometimes that when we first met, well, not when we first met.
Yeah,
because when we first met, I was like, oh my gosh, I love her.
Everybody says this.
I love her, but Ashley and I have been working together for almost 3 years, and the first 6 months or something.
Uh-huh.
The first 6 months of me working at our job, I knew who Ashley was, but I was so afraid of her.
I get that so often.
Not afraid. Well, I feel bad saying that. You're not scared.
No, I have got it my whole life. It's the look on my face. I cannot wipe that look off my face.
I felt intimidated because I felt like
I have a resting bitch face. Oh. I have the worst. There's someone that sits in front of me at work. Shout out to you. But constantly comments on my face because she's like, your face right now. And I'm like, oh gosh, I need to hide it.
And people are like,
hide what I'm thinking.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, I'm great.
Yeah. I'm just not good at faking it. But no, everyone thinks I'm mean at first, which is fine.
But
it's my defense mechanism.
But that's so opposite of the truth.
Debatable.
No, I don't think it's debatable.
Only because it's never been pointed towards you. Ask the people that I've hurt in my life.
I'm in her good graces. What can I say? No. Okay, what's the next question, Ashley?
Well, if I could see my paper.
Oh, you want to look at here? Look at here.
Okay.
Pick a good one now.
I don't know. I want to answer the most illegal thing you've done.
Ooh. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
Texting and driving.
Oh my God.
That is the God's honest truth, and I do it not all the time, but I shouldn't obviously text and drive, but I do it too. I'm guilty of it.
That's not the worst thing I've ever done, but yes, it is.
I was a very tame kid.
I was too, I think,
teenager,
to some point.
To an extent.
Yeah. At some point.
What's the most illegal thing you've ever done, Ashley?
It's really not that bad, but I would like to preface. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Perfect.
I would like to preface that my story is my story. So if somebody else was in this story and their point of view was different, that's on them. That's
you didn't live this experience.
Yes, this is from my point of view.
Mhm.
So I was friends with a girl.
Okay.
Imagine, okay, there's 5 seats in the car. So you got the driver, the passenger, and the 3 in the back.
Okay. Who are you?
It's Christmas time.
Okay. Set the scene.
Yes, it's Christmas time. They have I'm admitting this. Before I met up with these people, which they were my really good friends, I might add.
Yeah.
I met up with them, and her boyfriend at the time had a girl at his house. So they were like, we're going to egg her house. They pick me up, and I'm like, I absolutely not. I am not egging someone's house. Like, I will not do it.
Yeah.
But I was in the car. So I was like, oh God. So they went and got the eggs, and I held the eggs.
Oh.
I did not get out of the vehicle. And they start pelting this girl's no, it was the girl's house. He was at the girl's house, and they start pelting this girl's house with eggs.
You're joking.
So then we're like, okay, crap, we got to go, because everyone in their mom is at her house, including the parents.
Yeah.
So we take off.
Do they not hear the eggs hitting their home?
Oh, they did. They did.
No. Okay.
We take off. We get in the car. Remember, there's 5 of us in the car. When we drove off, there was only 4. It's so funny back then. There was only 4 people in the car.
Yo,
I can't believe I just screamed in that mic, but yes. So we had to turn
back around.
Yes. So we turned back around, and then you had this lady in the middle of the road. She stops the car. Her hands are on the hood.
No.
And she said, "You guys aren't going anywhere." And the girl that we left behind took off in the woods. So we don't know where she went. And this is right down the street from this house that I live in now. So like she took off in these woods, and and so anyway, they're like, we're calling the police. So the police come, and it's 2 officers, a douche of a guy, and then a cool guy.
Wait, good cop, bad cop?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And they're like, you're going to clean this house, and you need to call your parents now. So I whip out my phone, and I'm like, okay, I can't call my mom. So I call my brother.
Yeah.
Like, Jacob, pretend your mom, pretend your dad, whatever. I don't know. Just get me out of this. And he's like, okay. So he takes the phone.
Oh.
And he's like, I don't know what's said between the officer or whatever. So they're like, all they have to do is clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the officer's letting the teenage girl and the mom like berate us. Berate us? Is that the right word?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. During the whole thing. Like, I'll never forget sitting in the car, and the girl, like the teenage girl's like going off. Like, she's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I was so uncomfortable because I didn't want to throw an egg.
Off her
and yes. And we're cleaning the egg off her garage and the cars and stuff like that.
What's that term? Like, you may not have done it, but you were still like involved.
Yes. What is the term?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Every single episode we have this problem.
I know. Maybe we should.
Accomplice? Like, you're an accomplice?
Yeah, but you're like a...
Something
by association.
Oh,
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so then we're cleaning up the eggs and stuff, and then we get back in the car, and so we're all sitting in the car, all 4 of us, and the mean officer is just a jerk. He's like, y'all could go to jail, whatever. And then I got 2 illegal things. I gotta say the second one too.
Okay.
So anyway, he's like, you could go to jail, and then the nice cop sticks his head in the car, and he's like, listen here, you little fuckers. And he's like, don't you ever get caught doing this again. If you're going to do it, don't get caught. And I'm like, okay, cool. He lets us go.
Yeah.
So we're on the way home, and then they're like, you go straight home. And we're like, okay. So we're worried they're following us. And then someone breaks the news in the car. One, we can't find the friend because we didn't have cell phones. Oh, we did have cell phones. She didn't have a cell phone on her.
And this girl's just in the woods.
Yeah. They break the news that they had stolen a, what is that called at a church during Christmas? Nativity scene.
A nativity scene?
Like one of those big ones in front of a church. They stole the donkey.
What?
And put it in the back of the car. And so we're riding around in this car with stolen nativity scenes. And I'm like, I am not a part of this. I am not doing this. Like,
did you tell them to take you home?
We got home, and that girl found her way to the house. She like ran from where she was to the house. It was insane. Like, again, this could be my point of view. This was my point of view, but like,
that is wild.
I do take responsibility because I was there holding the eggs, but like, I didn't throw one. I don't believe in destroying people's property.
You're like,
but
I'm gonna fess up now.
I was a titty. Like, I was a baby when it came to like breaking the law in that sense.
I don't blame you. That's scary.
But that's like my number 1 breaking the law.
That is such a wild story.
It was intense.
What's the second one? Now I want to know.
So I worked at Sonic, and there was a group of girls that I worked with. I was 17.
Okay.
And there was a group of girls, and it was like 2 a.m. And we're like, what we're going to do is we're going to get bandanas and put them around our face.
No. Oh my gosh.
Listen. So we had bandanas on. I don't think that was like the main thing, but we just had them on. And back in the day, people hung out at the Fred's parking lot in BB.
Yes.
So what we did, and I don't live in BB, but I'm just saying the city BB.
Okay.
Oops.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
mm-hmm.
But they, that was where they hung out at, all these country people, like country boys and girls, whatever.
Yeah.
So what we did is we started doing donuts around their cars until they got mad. And then they started chasing us through town. So we played car tag pretty much, minus bumping into each other. We didn't hit each other, but we were playing tag back and forth.
Yeah.
Like you found me on this side of town, then I'd race you to this side of town, and then we would meet up, and then like it was just like a maze. It was insane. So we're getting chased. They're behind us, and next thing you know, blue lights come on.
Oh my gosh. Who are these people that you're hanging out with?
Right. These are different people too, by the way. But so then the police come.
Yeah.
There's about 2 or 3 officers. I don't remember. But all I know is I'm sitting in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing I know, I look out my window and there's an officer with his gun drawn. Yes, I shit you not. And he said, "Get your hands up now." Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember. I blacked out. But he was just like, "Get out of the car now. Put your hands up, whatever." And I remember looking at him and saying, "I'm not moving until you put your gun up. Like, I'm not going to move." And I don't know if I said it like that, but I was very much nice. Like, okay, anyway, I had to cut something, but for someone's privacy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But anyway, he had his gun up, and I was just like, I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't remember what I said, but I was pretty much in the sense of like, you need to put your gun up. Like, this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have a gun pointed at my face.
Yeah.
And it was this old cop, like an old, like, anyway, he was just a douche. So anyway, we get out of the car.
Yeah.
And I put my driver's license under the seat, the front, or the passenger seat.
Oh my god.
Because I knew they were going to ID me. So, and I wasn't 18 yet. So I was past curfew.
Oh, okay.
And so I put my license under the seat. We get out of the car and they're like, "What's your name? Give me your ID." And I'm like, "I don't have it on me. I left it at work. Sorry." "How old are you?" 18. "Okay. When's your birthday? What year?" Told him the year.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him the wrong year.
Mm-hmm.
It was only like by 6 months. So I gave him the year before. And I gave him my name and he was like, okay, whatever. So we had to sit on the curb. He was like, "You need to come call someone to come get you."
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So I called my ex-stepsister, who was also my hairstylist. And I was like, "Dude, I'm in some shit. You need to come get me."
Yeah.
And she came and got me. I get halfway down the road. The girls that I was riding with called me and they said it was a prank.
What?
Yeah. So the guys that were chasing us knew these officers on duty and it was a prank.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. Unless like I remember the story wrong, but like I remember going down the road and them calling me and be like, it was a huge, like it wasn't a big deal. It was like, it was nothing.
They were messing with us.
Yeah. Because they knew we were a bunch of kids.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's like the second most legal thing I did, play tag at 2 a.m.
I guess that's like the better of illegal things that we've done.
I've never stolen. I don't steal.
Yeah, me either.
I'm very against theft.
Mm-hmm.
Like shoplifting, huge.
Yeah.
Any friend that I've had that shoplifted, I'd cut out real quick.
Yeah.
Because that's like a thing around here, I think.
I think it is too. Or I think some people are just like, let me see what I can get away with.
Yeah, I just was not that kid.
Me either.
And I smoked weed. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I did. But I mean, that's almost legal.
Yeah, almost.
But it's illegal. I did smoke weed as a kid or as a teenager.
Yeah.
But that was about it.
I never did. Never have.
But
most people have though.
I feel like everybody has.
Yeah.
Not now though. I'm an abiding citizen.
A law-abiding citizen.
Yep. I am
an upstanding citizen.
I am.
Ashley.
I don't get speeding tickets. I am just
I you know what? I have gotten one ticket my entire life, and it was the first time I ever got pulled over, and rightfully so. I was 18 or 19, and me and my little sister, it was nighttime, and we were going shopping, and I was driving, and we were on the interstate, and it was like 70. It was like the speed limit was 70 and I was going 85 or 86. I was schmoving. And I got pulled over and I was like, okay. I didn't cry or anything, but I was kind of
your
freaking out
adrenaline goes up. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Never been pulled over before in my life. And so he pulls me over. He's like, I pulled you over. You were going pretty fast. So I have to give you a ticket. And I was like, yes, sir. Just trying
Did you get a ticket?
I did. He gave me a ticket. And I almost had to go to court class.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going so fast that they almost considered it reckless driving.
I got a reckless driving ticket once.
Did you?
And, or was it called unsafe driving? I don't remember.
Something like that.
But I had to take a class.
Did you?
No. I lied. I was 18. He pulled me over for going he said I was going 40 and a 30, which is to me bullshit because I knew he was behind me for 3 miles.
Oh.
Anyway, but he pulled me over and he's like, I'm going to do you a favor. First of all, he asked me where I worked and how much I made an hour.
What the heck?
And I was like, I'm not a mouthy person. So I was like, this, and he was just, he was in plain clothes. He wasn't in uniform. And he's such a jerk, but he
on a power trip.
Yes.
Ugh.
And I love police. I'm very pro police. Love the police, but
there are those police that are
I think it's because I was young. I think it's because I was young. He was just yeah. He was like, I'm gonna do you a favor, and I'm gonna write you a ticket that doesn't go against your insurance. And I'm like, okay. So it wasn't a speeding ticket. It was I want to say reckless driving, but I could be wrong because I wasn't going that fast. I was going on a side road. Yeah. But so I didn't get, and then the second ticket I got, I ran a red light and got in a car accident. I sideswiped. I T-boned someone.
No.
It was horrible.
Really?
Yeah. I had just gotten my driver's license.
Oh no. That's traumatic.
Yeah. And so I ran and I got I don't know. I didn't get a ticket. No, he said he ended up having to write me a ticket because I caused an accident. If it had just been me running it, he let me go. But because I caused an accident.
Yeah.
So I had to take a class.
How long was the class? Was it a several day thing?
No,
just one
all day. It was horrible.
Really?
It was. If you fell asleep too, they made you start over. It was horrible, and you had to watch videos of people dying in car accidents.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But
what time these people came from? This is kind of off topic, but you said that it reminded me when I was in health class in junior high or high school.
That's a wild ride in
itself. They had somebody come from Union Pacific, which is a train.
Yeah, I have friends that work there.
They had somebody come from Union Pacific that showed us videos of people trying to beat a
train track.
Yes, and it was compilation videos of people getting hit by a train.
What the crap?
And I was like, "What is this for? What unit are we in?
What unit? What chapter is this?"
I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, drunk driving, or just reckless driving? I don't know. Would that be considered health class?
Man, health was wild.
Anyway,
the things you learned in health were freaking wild.
Yeah, that was something else.
Okay, so I feel like we have to talk about high school some because if we don't, she's gonna be angry.
Okay. Let's talk about high school.
What should we talk about?
Let's see what high school related questions we have.
Because that was her main thing. Was us as children and
as young adults, teens, if you will. There's a couple high school related questions on here. Let's see. I think this is a good one. If you had a best friend in high school, we can skip that one.
No, it's okay.
Okay,
I'm open to saying anything.
This one's pretty. Okay, this one's pretty okay. If you had a best friend in high school, are you still friends with that person? If not, what or why did you part ways? Should we skip it?
No, I mean I'll say it. No, I don't mind. What is yours? You go first.
It can be kind of vague. We can keep it.
Yeah, I'll keep it vague. I won't say who it is.
Pretty vague. I'm not gonna throw out
names.
Details. Yep. Well, and here's the honest truth.
You rarely stood friends with people in high school anyway.
That, and I didn't have drama in high school, which is really
I was a drama queen.
I know, but I just was so like afraid of drama that I did anything to
Oh my
avoid
God, I was
it.
in the middle of it.
I was very like, I don't have juicy stories really and if I did, it was like dumb friend drama of like people that I shouldn't have been friends with and things like that. But I did have a best friend in high school. Really only my junior and senior year, and then kind of became friends with a couple girls our senior year, like toward the tail end. And we were friends for quite a few years, and then we eventually, kind of branched off, which it didn't really end. I mean, some of it ended a little bit not well.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we just kind of branched off.
Yeah.
But I did have one best friend in high school, junior and senior year. And our friendship kind of reminds me of us. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can't that much, but yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. It's because I keep getting away from the microphone.
Yeah.
They need to stand like...
We'll get stands. We'll get better mics anyway. Hold it like this.
Well, we were friends junior and senior year, and our friendship in many ways reminds me of our friendship because not that we're that different.
Yeah.
But it's like opposites attract.
Yeah.
And so I am very like kind of reserved and don't really like drama. And she was full-fledged Gemini. Like
I don't know what that means.
Total. Oh, okay.
I know like a Taurus, like I'm a Taurus. So I know like stubborn and
Gemini is kind of like,
I know an Aries.
No, I don't want to say drama because that has like a negative connotation, but very like not afraid to tell you what she thinks and things like that, which is a good quality to have.
But it is. But it can be for someone that isn't like that. It can be kind of hard.
It was kind of hard, but people always asked us, they were like, how are y'all friends? Because y'all are so different. And everybody said that, but I don't know, somehow it worked. It just really worked. And she was a wonderful friend to me. But she eventually moved and it kind of fizzled out.
Yeah. But
we did actually recently, within the last couple months, she came and visited because she moved out of state. And we had dinner. It was really nice. We caught up.
That's nice.
It was really nice. But that's pretty much the extent of it. Like many high school friendships, I feel like if you do carry them beyond high school, for the most part, I feel like they kind of fizzle.
See, I was the opposite. I had friends, but so I was the type that was too wrapped up in relationships to be like best friends with someone.
Yeah.
So I dated a guy throughout high school, and I guess you could say, not that I wasn't allowed to have friends. Okay, I guess you could say I was not allowed to have friends.
It was hard to maintain friendships.
Yes,
and have
because I was too wrapped up in this relationship, and it was very not good. Anyway, but I did, after the relationship ended, I made a friend that I got really close with, and she kind of reminds me of you.
Oh.
But it ended because I had a little mental breakdown in front of her, and it caused a huge scene. And let's just say she never talked to me again.
I think, though, to be honest, though, when you're a teenager, it's hard for somebody else, and especially then, because mental health, I don't feel like was as big as it is now. It's hard for people to understand that and then be like, okay, that was a blip. It's fine.
Oh no, it was a meltdown. It was I'm not going to go into too much detail. Let's just say it involved driving. Me pulling up to someone's house ready to fight.
Square up, as the kids say.
Yep. And this person was riding passenger, and they were very uncomfortable with the situation.
Sure.
And I just had a full-blown meltdown, and it was intense. I don't think anybody else knows, unless she told people about it. I never told anybody about this.
Yeah.
But it was a full-blown mental break, and...
But you also had you had a lot going on.
Yes, I had a lot going on. And then obviously I was living with being bipolar, not on medication.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
So.
But now I'm medicated, so it doesn't happen anymore, but.
That's good.
But I wish I could go back and apologize, you know, and be like, look, that I want her to understand that it wasn't me. Not that I'm not taking blame, because I obviously like should take some blame, but like the pressure that I was under, and then on top of like the mental
not being
stress,
medicated, and also
yes, it was just like,
not that medication fixes everybody's problems.
It was a wild time. And then what killed me was like a few months later, I saw her again after she never talked to me again, and she was with the person that I showed up to fight.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, and it was very heartbreaking for me
to see.
And it wasn't the female that I was wanting to, like, it was with the male party.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very much like heartbroken. Not so much because I lost my relationship, but because I lost a friendship too, and a relationship at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of sucky, but that was my own fault.
Do you ever like think about reaching out to her?
No.
Or no? You think it's kind of just done and gone?
Yeah, I think I ruined it.
Mm.
So I don't, not to be like a Debbie Downer or anything right now, but like I think I ruined it enough where it's like I don't want to
reopen that
wound for her, because I know it was for someone that I don't know if she deals with mental health. I don't know, honestly, because I don't know her anymore. But like back then, she was very carefree and like very, I don't want to say hippie-ish, but she was very
like putting yourself back into somebody's life after so
when
long.
I was the toxic person.
Well, not only that, but just like having not spoken with somebody for like say years,
mm-hmm.
and then you put yourself back in their lives and you're not sure if they are okay with it or not.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of that is so stressful.
Yeah. And I just know that I was a negative influence on her life. I just was not good in the sense of like good for her. And that's really sad because I really liked her. Like I think so with like bipolar, that I've noticed with my bipolar, at least, like, I don't know the right terms, people, but like I call it my bipolar, but like I get obsessed really easily. Like I obsess over things and over people. So like there was like, obviously I was obsessed over the guy.
Yeah.
And then when that ended, I obviously went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And then I became obsessed with her. She was my next like
fixation
because she made me happy and like
it's the serotonin.
A good time.
Yes. And you have
I was craving it. Yeah.
Rely on and talk to and
but I was not good for her. So that kind of sucked. But other than that, I had another friend. What was the other friend that I was going to talk about? Who was the other friend? I done lost it. I had a friend that stole my debit card once. And I pressed charges.
You did?
She was my best friend and I pressed charges.
I've never had to
over
file
$60. She stole $60 from me. She said she accidentally used my debit card, but I went to the bank and they said she used my PIN number.
I did.
And it was the fact that she lied about it. So that's why I pressed charges.
I did have a friend in 8th and 9th grade, and she was my best friend. And our friendship ended. I don't even remember why, because this was like a long time ago, but we stopped being friends, and it ended like not in a good way. And she put notes in my backpack, like letters that she had written me, like a lot of letters that she had written me, like tied up. Like a stack of notes, like Dear John style.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't discover them until I got home. I just now thought about this. Didn't find the notes until I got home. And I was like, WTF? Like, what is this? And I read some of them and they weren't like crazy or anything, but I was like, was she in love with me? And then she moved to a different state. So I don't know what she's doing now.
Oh,
yeah. I just now thought about that.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
She's probably.
I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay.
I hope so too.
Anyway,
I'm trying to think of other friendships that I've ruined.
That was kind of mean. I don't know. Not to, but it was just kind of a lot for me to open my backpack to do my algebra 1
No, you're like 5th and 6th grade, 7th grade. That's not mean.
Yeah. Well, it was actually 8th, 9th grade.
Okay. Still weird. I like how me and you say things that are like not good, but like we hype each other up. Like I'll say something in the car that's like super bad and you're like, yeah, but or like
period. Or
like if I said something like I cheated on a math test, well, that math test deserved it.
Okay. There are times where I'm like, I get both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I try to be impartial to most things.
Yeah.
Period.
Slay.
Slay. Okay, what other questions do we have?
I don't know. You're good at picking.
Let's
know.
see.
Like some of these, like the roughest memory in high school, that would be it.
Oh,
The one I just said, so we can skip that one.
Let's see. If you could change one thing in high school, what would it be?
Probably what happened. But okay. I would not be in a relationship. I would not like allow myself to be tied down at such a young age and such an impressionable age.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
I will say, and this is a topic that we have talked about just aside from the podcast quite a bit, but as somebody who did not date in high school, already like when you're a teenager, everything is up here.
Yes.
Really, it's like down here. And so your feelings are
like
maxed out times a billion. So anything that happens, any like minor inconvenience in a relationship, whatever, it's going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, like there's people that I thought I loved that I never loved.
Yeah,
like
there were
we
people
said I
that
love you to each other.
Too. Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way we loved each other. Now, however, like the person that I spent high school with, obviously I loved them.
Yeah.
That was the first real love. But I would go back and not do that.
Yes.
Because like now people that like obviously date in high school and then they get married and they have beautiful lives, like I'm all about that.
There's nothing wrong with dating people in high school. Yeah. But it's when you allow yourself to get to a place, because it's very hard for you to recognize
unhealthy things.
Period. Yes.
Period.
It's true.
No, yeah.
When you're a teenager, it's those signs don't come as easily as they would.
As much as I wanted it to work out at such a young age. Obviously, I'm married now, love my husband, and I wouldn't change that for the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, we were not good for each other, and it really ruined my life in so many ways. And I'm sure it messed him up in some ways too, because we were equally bad for each other.
It creates things like trust issues, and I mean,
well, it's not even that. It's just like, I don't know. There's like, I still talk to my therapist, like when I do go to therapy about stuff, because like, I'm like, I was so young and it really scarred me on some things. But other than that, like, I wish I could go back and not, I wish I would have put myself more into school, like in the sense, maybe not studying. I could care less about that, but like football games and parties and
me too. I never did. The only times that I did not have a lot of friends, but I was friendly with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'd never like went to parties. Not that I wasn't even invited to parties, but like I never went to the parties.
Mm-hmm.
But I never went to football games or anything like that because I was so involved in my in-school activities that I just didn't even think about doing that. And then when I went to one football game my senior year, and it was to take pictures for our yearbook, and I was like taking pictures of the student section, and it was so hype. And even though I wasn't sure if that would be like a thing that I was into, it was so fun to like partake in that, even for a second, just to get a photo, that I was like, I've been missing out on this for 4
The only
years.
time I went to sporting events for school was for yearbook or newspaper.
Yeah, same.
Like I went to a couple wrestling matches and like
for photos.
Yeah, just for the photos.
Yep.
I thought it was cool. I got to go on like the football field during the game and take pictures.
Standing out there next to the football players and like getting.
Oh, it's weird now that I'm older, but back then,
yeah, no, it was fun. It was a cool experience getting to do that, but then also taking a second to be a teenager and do normal teenager things.
I was never.
It made me feel a little bit bitter at myself because I was like, I've just completely taken that experience away from myself for the last 4 or 5 years. But anyway, that's the thing that I would change about high school is for me to be more involved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of wish I would have stuck to my academics more, but I blame having. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Anyway,
Disregard.
Yeah, disregard.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to talk trash about the teachers.
The next question?
Okay.
We've got a lot to choose from. So burpy.
In your group of friends, what role do you play?
Ooh, okay. Well, you are my group of friends.
Well, I mean,
so
like in high school, you had like.
I think that I was the one that. Okay. The group of friends that I had sophomore year, we all had a good head on our shoulders. I feel like. Yeah, no, we did. We all had good heads on our shoulders, and we were good girls and good kids. I think that I liked to think to myself and tried to be like the mom of the group.
Same.
Because I just wanted to make sure that everybody was okay and that we were doing things that like weren't gonna like make anybody feel uncomfortable. Not that we did anything outrageous, because we didn't, but like I just wanted to make sure that everybody was okay.
I was always that friend that thought 4 steps ahead.
Yes.
Like so for instance, like when I was around people that smoked weed, like they were like, okay, let's go over to so-and-so's house. And I'm like, okay. And so they pack their weed up and they're like, let's go. And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not getting in that car with weed in it. You've lost your ever-living mind.
Yeah.
If we get pulled over, this is what's going to happen. They're going to smell weed.
Yep.
They're going to search the car. You're going to get arrested. Yeah. I'm going to get arrested. And then, so I was thinking like ahead of the game.
Yeah.
For everything. And that made me like a bad friend. Not a bad friend, but it made me
Other
where people did not want to be around me.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I was a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, no, I don't want to, like the egg thing. Like I was like, I don't want to do this.
Living on the side of caution.
Yes.
Made you.
I was afraid to do anything.
But being a teenager, that's like uncool.
Yeah.
That makes me uncool saying uncool, but
yeah,
it's uncool.
Yeah. To be the one that's like, no, we can't do that because.
Well, that's why I've always been, I feel like, cautious to a point of it's hard for me to just let myself be and be free. And so that's why I never got myself into situations where detrimental things could have happened.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm proud of myself for living that way to an extent, that I was a good kid, that I didn't get into trouble, but it also made it to where I now have not many memories from high school that I'm like, oh, that was fun, or that was wild, or like that was, you know.
I like till this day still have the sense of, I think, 4 steps ahead. So like if someone like, because I work other places, so like if someone were like, can I hit your vape or something, I'd be like, no. How old are you?
Yeah.
If you're not 21, you ain't touching it. Like, no, I'm not going to go to jail.
That's a good way to be, though.
Like, I've had people that want to drink underage around me, and I'm like, no, because if you get alcohol poisoning, I have to take you to the hospital. Who's going to get arrested? Me.
Yep.
Like, I'm not saying that I've never been around people underage drinking, but that's now, like, if say in 5 years, my niece wants to drink and she's 18, absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's all on you, buddy. Go do that at someone's party. Like, well, don't do that at someone's party. let me backtrack it. Don't do that, please.
No, but there are parents that are like,
be sneaky about it. Don't tell me about it.
There are parents that are like, well, if you're gonna do it, just do it at my house.
Yeah,
that's enabling them and telling them that it's okay to do it.
Yeah,
there's being a parent that you want your kid to feel comfortable talking to them. But don't go so far that
to be their friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% agree. Don't be your kid's friend.
I think when they're your kid's older, it's fine. But when you're raising a kid, don't lead them to believe that it's okay to do things that would get them into potentially life-threatening situations.
Yeah.
And it's fine as long as I'm here. It's fine as long as you're in
as long as you don't leave the house. Yeah. No. No.
Period.
Nope. But yeah.
I agree. I agree. Shall we do another?
Ooh. I don't know.
Should we do one more? Let's end it on a fun one, you think?
I'm trying to think if I have any more juicy stories. Do I have any juicy stories? Do 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 do.
Oh gosh, have you ever been backstabbed?
Have I? Yeah, I guess. But she wasn't like a friend. So does it count as backstabbing if they weren't your friend?
I don't think so. I think that
That's just
backstab is
mean.
like somebody that you trust and then they take that trust and quite literally stab you in the back. I don't think I have either that I can think of.
Who?
Ooh, if you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Okay, are we talking like buying a house and a car or like other?
How much are we winning?
Billions.
Billions?
Yeah, like a billion.
1 billion?
1 billion. You'd be set for life.
The first thing that I do is I take half the money and put it into a money market account.
And what bank?
Some bank with lock-in interest rates. Yeah.
No, I would invest it. I wouldn't put it in a money market. I'd go to like Edward Jones or something.
Okay, yeah. I'd meet with a financial advisor.
100%.
Okay.
Hundo P.
Yep, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is I would buy my parents a house. A really big house that has a lot of land,
Here's the thing.
a lot of room.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
With buying other people's houses, you have to factor in, will they be able to maintain that house if you buy a big house?
Well, it doesn't matter because I'll be able to maintain it.
True, I guess. I always think about like in the long run, can they mow the yard?
I'm not going to buy them a mansion.
Pay the electric bills.
But I'm going to buy them a very nice house that they are able to raise.
I'm not saying don't buy your family house. That's not what I'm saying.
No. Like, but those are good questions.
You don't want to buy them like an $8 million home.
You don't want to buy into a lifestyle that you eventually won't be able to maintain.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But like what I would do, I think, is you can't have this topic with my husband because he goes into like this hour. Anybody that knows my husband knows that he'll go into this hour-long rant about exactly what he'll do.
What is it? Now I'm curious.
So we win the lottery today.
Okay.
Bada boom, bada bam. We leave the house and never go back. You get the cat, you get the kid, your birth certificate, social security card. No, not even that. You can just buy a new one. Order a new one at your new address, but go stay in a nice hotel. That's what he says. We'll go straight to a hotel.
Okay.
And then you scrap your house, just sell it as it is with stuff in it. Don't need your clothes, don't need nothing.
Will it sell though?
I don't know. What are you trying to say about my house?
Who's going to buy? No. It's a lovely house. I'm just saying. I don't know that people are going to want to move in with
I don't know
the sexy firefighter poster on the wall. Calendar. I mean, I would, but
how do we feel about April this month? Just kidding.
April's nice. April is nice.
He's not like anyway. But so then we would go to a hotel, buy a house, buy a new car, probably buy like 2 new cars.
Yeah.
Put money aside for Giacomo, obviously. Invest. I would like to invest in rental properties personally.
Yes.
I would like to invest and do something to keep the funds coming.
Absolutely.
My husband would not work. He would be,
what is that called? Expendable income?
Yes.
He
would get fat and never move, he said.
That's retirement.
And he'd have like a 12-car garage.
Oh my.
With like fancy cars.
How much are y'all winning?
$1 billion.
Oh, okay. Still $1 billion. Okay.
And he pretty much, that's his dream, is to do that and never leave.
Retire and just live lavish.
I would like to do charities. Obviously, I would not give a lot of money because it's my money, but just kidding.
She said, I gotta have some in the bank, y'all.
Yeah. No, I would do like, I was talking to somebody about CASA today. Have you heard of CASA?
Yeah.
I'd probably do something with that.
But Dax Shepard's mom does CASA.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. James has put the fear of God in me because you can't, he's like, when you're rich like that, you can't do anything like that because people will find a reason to sue you.
Yep.
Literally any reason. Like you don't even want to drive down the street because if you get in a car accident, sued.
That is true.
Like, so he's kind of put.
That's why so many people now. Well, I guess not now. This has probably always been a thing, but I hear it on the radio. Like at least every time somebody wins the Powerball or whatever, they're always anonymous.
Well, in the state of Arkansas, you can't be anonymous.
Not per one of our local radio stations.
I'm Googling this.
Maybe it wasn't the Powerball. Maybe it was the Arkansas Lottery or something.
I think in the state of Arkansas, you can't be. Because I remember saying that's why people wear masks when they take the picture.
Yeah.
They
don't want people to know they've got all that money, which is understandable.
After winning the lottery, let's see. If you win 100,000 or more, your name can remain confidential. But if you win under that, then the city or county you live, however, is not confidential. So they'll post your city.
Jeez Louise.
NAR. Let's see. Little Rock, a bill that would allow someone who won more than $500,000 in the lottery to remain anonymous sailed through the state Senate on Wednesday, the 26-9 to approve.
And so if you win March of 2021,
yeah. So if you win below 500,000, your name has to be put out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Which, like, if you win like the main lottery, like the Powerball, that's like what, 400 million or something.
When was the last Powerball?
I don't know. What is the Powerball ball jackpot?
The top search was, what is the powerhouse of the cell? Do you know what the answer is?
No.
The mitochondria.
Yeah. Look at us go. Watch it be wrong.
No, anyway, that's right.
The estimated jackpot right now is 170 million.
Holy cow. How do you win the Powerball? Buy lotto tickets?
Yes. You're talking to a gambler here.
I know.
That was another question I wanted to ask.
But I guess I've never been to a casino, and I didn't even buy a scratch off when I turned 18. I've still yet to buy a scratch off. Did you know that? I've never bought a scratch off my entire life.
My friend, that's crazy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I literally go to the casino every 2 months.
I know. Please, I want to go next time.
Dude, we're going to go.
Okay. But I guess my question is...
I go through Monday through Friday. I don't ever go on the weekends. We'll have to plan something on the weekends.
Yeah. How do you know if you're playing toward the Powerball versus... Is it all toward the Powerball?
No. Okay, so you go in and you say, I'd like...
Purely for scratch-offs.
I think the Powerball is $3. No, it's $2. I think it's $2 a line and then $3 for the Powerball. So you get 5 numbers, right?
Okay.
5 numbers. So you pick 5 numbers, or you can get random. Most people get random.
Right.
Or you can pick 5 numbers. So you pick 5 numbers, technically 6, but you pick 5. And then you do the Powerball, which is the 6th number. So like, I want to say it's like, you pick the 5. So if you get the first 5, then you get a chunk of money. If you get the first 5 right.
But if you get that 6,
if you play that's 6,
the Powerball.
That is the main head honcho.
How often is the Powerball?
Every Wednesday? Monday. This one's on Monday the 3rd. And then the next drawing is Wednesday. So
where is this
Mondays
money
and
coming from?
It's from people playing. Like every time you play, it goes into the pot. Yeah.
So every Wednesday, somebody wins the Powerball.
Yeah. And then the Arkansas State Lottery is the same way. It's numbers.
How much is the Arkansas State Lottery right now?
Arkansas.
You guys, this has gone into a
state lottery
tangent.
Arkansas State Lottery. 2.072 million.
Oh my gosh. If you had $2 million, you'd never have to work again.
Mega Millions is 414 million right now. Natural state jackpot is 80,000. So it's not that much, but
that's still a lot of money.
There was a girl that worked at our local grocery store that won 200,000. I saw her in the paper.
I'm going to start buying lottery tickets.
You should.
I'm not kidding.
Just don't become addicted. Like,
I'm not going to become addicted. My thing is I'm very like scared to spend money. Mm-hmm. So I'll just like spend a little bit here and there. That'll be like my play money. You know what I mean?
Say that I'm not addicted, but last night I spent 3 hours playing slots on my computer.
What slots do you play?
Any slots. I'll show you when we get off this.
You know what game I used to love to play as a kid?
What?
I mean, not for like actual money or anything. Slingo. Did you ever
heard
play
of it.
Slingo?
No.
Oh, dude. I wonder
is
if
that?
it's kind of like a mix between
Sort
bingo
of.
and slots.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's addicting. But obviously I never played it
I
for
love
money.
bingo and I
Did
love
you know
slots.
though that in the state of Arkansas, you cannot? Okay, actually, I don't know if this is true, so maybe I won't come across so
Confident.
confidently. I thought I saw something the other day that said that in the state of Arkansas, you cannot earn winnings from online gambling.
You cannot earn winnings.
Yeah, I think, or is that dumb? Please don't tell me if that's dumb.
Online. I don't think that's true. Is online gambling legal in Arkansas? No. Real money on online casinos and online sports bettings are strictly off limits for now. Arkansas does offer legal social casinos such as WinStar, Lucky Land, and Chumba. Oh my God. We deal with Chumba.
No wonder.
I've never seen WinStar. I know the WinStar. Like, I know the casino, but I don't know.
No wonder.
I've never seen it at our job.
Me either. But
I've seen Chumba.
We are familiar with Chumba.
Which is crazy
Chumba
because
Gold Coin.
I get, like, our job. Like, I go to the Saracen in Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
And I get calls at my job for the Saracen.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets blocked for online gambling. However,
it does not get blocked for you.
No, I've never done it. But I'm saying, like, how is it even an option if it's not legal here? If it's an Arkansas casino?
I don't know. All I know is I tried to download a game a while back. I didn't even know it was for real money. I just thought it was like bingo online. But I guess you could win money on the app.
Uh-huh.
And it said put your state in. And that kind of sketched me out because I was like, why do you need my state if I'm just playing bingo? But I put Arkansas. So I put Arkansas and it said, sorry, but you cannot earn cash. And I was like,
I didn't know.
girl, I was just trying to play bingo. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess it's illegal.
I wonder if you can do like sports betting online. Because that's what the Saracen one is what like we deal with is sports betting.
What's the one in Memphis or in West Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
It's like South something, isn't it? Like the dog races, or is that not right?
No. Oaklawn. No, that's Hot Springs.
No, that's not Oaklawn.
Oaklawn's the one with
recently
the horse
got
races.
remodeled.
Yes, Memphis.
I think is it West Memphis
Casino.
or Memphis?
It might be West. I think it's West. Gold Strike, Horseshoe, Sam's Town.
What? Which one am I thinking of?
It's
I
not
thought it was
those. I
called
know it's
South
not.
something.
West Memphis Casino. Southland.
Oh, that's it. Isn't
Yeah.
it dog racing?
Is that legal?
Is it?
Dog racing? I don't know how that would be legal. I'm sure end of era. Yeah. Greyhound racing in Arkansas to end.
And that was
I don't know how that's ever legal.
2022.
Horse
races?
2022. Horse races, yeah. I mean, I guess, but horses are like, I feel like can fend for themselves. Dogs
Horses are
little,
built to run.
Yeah. Dogs are just tiny. And
Haven't
like,
you ever seen Spirit?
have you ever seen Jenna Marbles?
Yes.
And her greyhound, how she takes in abused ones because they were race dogs?
Greyhounds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, her newest dog, it's a greyhound, which it's not new now.
Oh,
It's
gosh,
been like
he
4
was
years.
so skittish.
Yes, because it was a
remember
race
that.
one.
Yeah. That's awful.
I'd like a greyhound. I don't like dogs, but
They're very pretty.
they are very pretty. Anyway.
I really liked this episode.
I did too. Hopefully I didn't say too much that was like...
I don't think so. You were honest, but you kept things concealed to the point that it's...
I just don't want people to think I'm anti-police because I made some comments about the police.
No, you made it very clear that you are pro-police.
I love police. I sleep with one every night. I'm just saying.
No, you made it very clear that you are...
When we first started dating,
Yes.
James would send me memes that said, feel safe at night, sleep with a cop. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my word.
I see those about everything. Feel safe at night, sleep with a fireman. Stay safe at night, sleep with a lineman. I'm like, oh my God. Sleep with a paramedic.
They think they're funny, don't they?
Yeah, because I'll need CPR in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. Anyway. Twinsies.
Oh. thank y'all for listening so much. This was a really fun episode to do. It was a nice little break from our research. So we will try to have episodes like this every so often, I think, where it's just kind of
chill.
like, yeah,
I agree.
Normal talking. We loved the questions. Thank you again. Shout out to the person who sent them to us. They were awesome. And yeah, please support us on whatever platform you like to listen on, whether it be Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts.
Music. Yeah, Apple Podcast and Apple Music.
Yeah.
We're technically on Amazon Music too. Never used it. Don't know what it's like.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
I'm just not even gonna promote that.
We're there though, if that's all you got. So, but
anyway,
thanks guys.